What's your best hazing story?
Best hazing story? You know, I didn't get hazed that much. I just got the shit knocked out of me.
Yeah.
But
for good reason or welcome to the club?
Well, so when I jumped into my platoon, the guys that were the older guys had gotten hazed like really fucking bad, and they decided they didn't want to haze us, and at least right away. And so what they did was they kind of waited until I got a little cocky.
Yeah. Which
and
didn't
then,
take long.
No, we were in Panama, and yep, I got cocky and got the shit knocked out of me in the Chagres River by Chad Wilkinson.
No shit. Was it just like a full-on ass beating, or did they do any like humiliation hazing type shit?
They just, kind of drowned me. So, a couple of blows to the head and then drowned me.
God damn.
Yeah.
Is that a shit river? Like, is it filthy?
Nah, it's not too bad, but it's full of, supposedly it's full of crocodiles, and it's a feeding ground for hammerhead sharks and fucking anacondas. And
Jesus Christ.
We didn't find out until that night from the Panamanian guys, but yeah. And then it became, once the first one was out, then it became just a regular occurrence.
Yeah. God damn. And so, about how many times would you say you got fucking leveled as a new guy?
I got it probably about 3 or 4 times in a month, and then I smartened the fuck up. 3
or 4 times in 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, it was
I shoved my fucking mouth.
Well, so here's an interesting thing about that is that in our society, especially now, I had a short rant about Super Bowl commercials and how fucking lame they were this year, but as a byproduct of how soft our society has become. But I think that's one of the things is that I have 2 kids, and as they get older, like I see a lot of these other kids that they go to school with, or just kids around town or whatever, and how much fucking attitude they have. Because there's not a healthy respect or fear for any consequence whatsoever. It's kind of like whether it's dogs, kids, fucking loudmouth, cocky new guys in a fucking SEAL platoon is like, if you know that there's no repercussions, it's really easy to have a big set of nuts and talk shit and run your fucking mouth. But when you know that your mouth will be held accountable, that tends to fucking change your tune pretty dramatically. And I think that's one of the biggest things in our society that's lacking now is that ability to fucking hold people accountable for their mouth. And for you, we'll call you cornflakes, not even snowflakes, since we just mentioned it. Since you fucking cornflakes out there that get your panties in a bunch about, child abuse and all this other shit. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about beating people unconscious necessarily. What I'm talking about is that consequence or that physical response, to somebody being way out of bounds in terms of running their mouth or not keeping their fucking ego in check or what have you. And I think if I had to pinpoint one element of our society that's severely lacking, it's that. I think that the byproducts of that single point of failure right there have been detrimental to our society. What are your thoughts on that?
I would agree with you. 110%. I can barely fucking stand it because there are no consequences anymore today, for what people say or what they do. And if they do, if you give them some consequences, then
you go to jail.
Yep.
There's consequences for giving consequences.
Yep.
No, I know it. It's a travesty. I think, we could spend the whole fucking time bitching about that. I bring it up pretty regularly, so I'll spare the listener any more soapbox action. But speaking of along the same lines, my next question that I'm real curious about is, what is the dumbest shooting question you've ever gotten from somebody that made you just think, holy fuck, you shouldn't have a weapon?
Oh my God.
How much time do we have?
God damn, there's a lot of them. But they're not always stupid, but I think because people are just people don't research things before they come out.
Yeah.
And So I think, I don't know what the stupidest is, because I've had so many. But what really pisses me off is when people do zero research before they show up, and you train them, and they keep making the same fucking mistakes over and over, and it gets to the point where I sometimes I think people do it just to get attention.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and it's like. But how do you do this? And it's like, dude, like, we've gone over this fucking 20 times and 5 courses. Like,
at this point,
are you fucking serious right now? You know, and I don't ever act like that, but
at this point, you think you're on a fucking hidden camera show, getting fucked with.
Yeah,
waiting for Ashton to jump out of the fucking bush, telling you you're punked. Is there like a specific question though that's like? I mean, because like some of the fucking, I mean, I've had other shooting guys on here before, and just kind of shooting the shit with them. Like some of the stuff that they've said, I'm just like, holy fuck! Like people, whether it's loading magazines backwards or I mean, shit like that. Like
that shit happens all the time. But you know, like, to be honest, I run a really, really, really fucking lax course. Now I'm like a stickler on safety, but. I mean, I kind of consider my specialty as beginners, and I get people. They come out and they are putting bullets in the magazine the wrong way, and they're putting the magazine in the wrong way, and you know, I don't necessarily. I mean, I wish they would do a little research before they show up, but you know, sometimes that's like a 65-year-old woman who's never shot, and she realizes that. Today's different than it was 25 fucking years ago, and she needs to protect herself, and I can definitely respect that. You know,
to me, I mean, I guess I have a hard time busting old people's balls, like unless they're just assholes, you know. But, I guess, you know, for me, I have this like almost mental image in my mind of like some 23-year-old cocky fuck showing up and asking just stupid fucking questions. Or are you super selective about?
I'm very selective now. I wasn't. At first, you know, because when I was first getting going, but now it's honestly, it's to the point where it's almost exclusively private lessons. But I did, once I kind of started getting that crowd where people would show up just to like get a fucking picture with me, or you know what I mean, or heckle me a little bit. That's when I made it more exclusive, and I was like, okay, I'm you know,
it's like the freelance gynecologist routine, right? Like, I'll take you. You come on. I'm gonna send you packing. That's fucking great shit.